How to identify the 5 most dangerous people when society collapses. The streets go silent, and your neighbor starts eyeing your pantry like it's the last meal on Earth. The grid's down. Water's gone. Gas stations are graveyards guarded by men with shotguns and bad intentions. You've got supplies. You've got a plan. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The biggest threat isn't the apocalypse. It's the people. Because when the world breaks, so do they. And some of them, they break in ways that'll get you killed. So let's talk about the 5 most dangerous people you'll meet when SHTF. Not zombies, not raiders, just regular folks who've crossed the line you didn't see coming. And more importantly, how to spot them before they spot you. Number 1, the desperate. Picture this. Your neighbor, nice guy, quiet, always waved at you, hasn't eaten in 4 days. His kids are crying. His wife's sick. And he knows you've got food. He's seen the cans in your garage, the rice bags, the bottled water. Now, he's at your door. Polite at first. Hey, can you spare anything? You say no. You have to. You've got your own family.
He leaves, but he doesn't forget. 2 nights later, your window breaks. He's inside. Not because he's evil, because he's desperate. And desperation doesn't negotiate. It doesn't reason. It just takes. The desperate are dangerous because they've got nothing left to lose. No fear of jail, no shame, just hunger, thirst, and the primal need to survive. And when that switch flips, your former neighbor becomes a threat you can't talk down. Here's the brutal truth. Desperate people hunt in packs. One hungry neighbor becomes 3, then 10. And suddenly, you're not dealing with a person. You're dealing with a mob that justifies violence because everyone else is doing it. How to spot them. Frantic energy. Repeated questions about your supplies. Lingering near your property. Eyes that don't blink when they look at your food. How to survive them. Keep your abundance invisible. No bragging, no showing off. Appear as broke as everyone else. And if you help, do it smart. Small amounts, never your main stash. Because once they know you've got more, they'll come back. And next time, they won't ask. Number 2, the manipulator. This one's subtle. Charming, even. They don't break your door. They don't need to. They break your group from the inside. They whisper, "Hey, did you notice Sarah's been hoarding extra rations?" They plant seeds. "I heard Mike's planning to leave and take the generator." They smile while they do it. And before you know it, your tight-knit survival crew is tearing itself apart over rumors that never existed. The manipulator thrives in chaos. They don't want your food, they want control. And the easiest way to control people? Turn them against each other. And here's what makes them lethal. While everyone's fighting each other, they're quietly stockpiling the best supplies, building alliances with the strongest members, and positioning themselves as the reasonable one who will pick up the pieces when your group implodes. By the time you realize what happened, they own everything, and you're the outsider. How to spot them. They're always the messenger, always just trying to help. They tell different stories to different people, and they hate transparency. If you suggest a group meeting to clear the air, they'll panic because sunlight kills lies. How to survive them? Open communication. Trust, but verify. If someone brings you gossip, say, "Let's go talk to them together." Watch how fast they backpedal. Keep records. Write down decisions. And if you catch them lying, cut them out fast. Because a manipulator in your group is a cancer, and it spreads. Let's continue with number 3, the addict. You know them. Maybe you even like them. But when the pharmacies close, the dealers vanish, and the liquor stores are looted, they become someone else. Withdrawal is hell. Shaking, sweating, paranoia. And when the pain gets bad enough, they'll do anything to make it stop. Steal your meds, break into your first aid kit, trade your brand new generator for a single bottle of pills. The addict isn't thinking about tomorrow. They're thinking about the next 5 minutes. And if you're in the way, you're a problem. How to spot them? Tremors, mood swings, obsessive questions about your medicine cabinet, disappearing supplies, lies that just don't add up. How to survive them? Lock everything. Medicine, alcohol, painkillers, all of it. If you're helping them, do it supervised. Small doses. Never, ever let them know where the stash is. And if they turn violent, you've got a choice. Help them detox if you can, or cut them loose before they drag you down with them. Number 4, the power hungry. This one's the scariest, because they don't just want to survive, they want to rule. At first, they seem like a leader, strong, decisive. We need order, they say. We need rules. And people follow, because fear makes you crave structure. But then the rules change. Suddenly, all the food goes through them, all the weapons, all the decisions.
Question them, you're a traitor. Disobey, you're out. Or worse, the power-hungry see the apocalypse as an opportunity. No government, no police, just them and a group of scared people who do anything for a promise of safety. And once they've got control, they don't let go. How to spot them? They consolidate resources. They demand loyalty. They punish dissent. And they always position themselves as the only one who can save you. How to survive them? Prevent it early. Shared leadership, rotating roles, transparent decisions. If they're already in power, build a quiet coalition. Gather allies. And if you can't overthrow them, leave. Because living under a tyrant isn't surviving, it's just dying slower. Number 5, the pretender. A stranger shows up, exhausted, hungry, unarmed. Please, they say, I just need a place to sleep. You let them in because you're a good person, and they seem harmless. 2 days later, your best gear is gone. Or worse, they've unlocked the back door and their friends are pouring in. The pretender uses your compassion as a weapon. They play weak, helpless, trustworthy. And while you're busy being kind, they're mapping your defenses, counting your supplies, and planning their exit. How to spot them? Their story changes.
They push for access too fast. They bristle at boundaries, and they're always watching your routines, your stash, your weak points. How to survive them? Gradual trust. Help if you want, but keep them at arm's length. Give them small tasks. Watch how they handle them. Never reveal everything. And if their story doesn't add up, confront them with backup. Because if they're lying, they're dangerous. And if they're not, they'll understand. The takeaway. The desperate, the manipulator, the addict, the power-hungry, the pretender. 5 types, 5 threats. And none of them are monsters. They're just people. People who broke under pressure. People who chose survival over morality. People who saw the apocalypse and decided to take what they could. And the scariest part? You might not see them coming. Because they look like neighbors, friends, strangers in need. But now, you know. You know the signs, the patterns, the red flags. So when SHTF, you won't just survive the chaos, you'll survive the people in it. Stay sharp, stay hidden, and remember, in the wasteland, trust is a luxury, and luxuries get you killed.